Hey guys, it's your boy So, and we'll be doing a little different today, which is talking about world setups or world or power systems in manga. They're similar to in manga isekai types, but yet different in unique way that draws towards those types, which is why I want to talk about it because there seems like there's a lot of new people getting into stuff that really don't know the types of worlds they're getting into, and I want to explain that. And this won't be the list of all of them, but a lot of the ones I noticed, and I will be going through and explaining them to the best of my abilities. So let's start. The first type of world setup is basically regression or a regressor. It's referring to a person who's like from the future, and their future is like destroyed. Everyone's dead except for them. They're like the last ones alive. There's like no hope. But by somehow or some way, they're sent back in time to start over to stop the future events from happening them or mitigate them. So life is so much easier for people who are still alive. And an example of this is a return's magic should be special, and other etc., which I'll put on the screen. The second type of world setup is returner slash return E. Basically, it's the way it starts is like this is like an ordinary person, then just they're sent to this other world for some reason. Then after completing a quest or something, or after a certain amount of time spent there, they sent back to Earth, where they're back home, and usually they're like the strongest one alive, or they have a special attribute that no one else has. Examples of this is max level returner and etc. that I will put up the screen for you to see. The third and fourth type of world setup is reincarnation and transmission. The problem is these two are like very similar to the point where they're basically the same. But where I see the difference is reincarnations where someone dies and it's just completely reincarnated into someone else in a different world, while transmission is mostly used when people in the light novel sense where this Korean person dies in Korea and they transport it into the main, well, not using the main character of the novel, but use like some side character like an evil guy in the novel they're reading. For examples of reincarnations, we have Return of the Blossom Blade, The Great Mage Returns After 4,000 Years, and The Beginning of 3N. For examples of transmission, we have The Trash of the Count Family. This type of world setup is a system like RPG settings, like in a game with stats and social abilities. It usually happens like in worlds where now monsters are invading, and certain superhumans, some humans gain special powers, or humans can learn powers through a special method and get stronger. And this usually stories like this usually take place in Korea because obviously it's a manhwa. But examples of stories like this are Omniscient Reader, Hardcore Leveling Warrior, and solo leveling. Last and sixth type of world setup we're going to talk about today is the Miram setup, which involve like the ancient ways of China, referring to martial art, weapons, cultivations, empire kings, old masters who gone into retirement, looking for like successors. And with that, that's the like type of world setup we're going to be talking about. I would like to keep in mind that some stories I have read have done a unique mixtures of like two of the things that I have talked about today. And until next time, see you guys again.